society can kiss my Chinese ass.
I will do bit once.
Afternoon, everyone. Making a quick lunch. Just got my salmon fillet. Just put some salt and pepper and a tiny bit of olive oil. This is my same lunch I have every day. Isaac stayed over at his grandmother's last night. Ayla went to bed at 6:30 because we put her down early because we realized that the earlier she sleeps, the longer she sleeps. It just meant that for the rest of the evening, it was just Tim and I. It was nice and quiet when we were cooking. It was just really nice. It's very deceiving today because it's so sunny, but apparently it's freezing outside. Northern Irish weather for you. I got my dress back from the tailor's. Just a very comfy wrap dress. I got it from a website called Silk Fred, but I still think that for the pieces, as cute as some of them can be, definitely on the pricey side. I don't know why they call themselves affordable. I also had to pay extra to get it shortened because, you know, short people problems. Although I do save money at times by shopping in the kiddie aisle. So I guess it cancels out. It's like so random that I'm just making 2 sad little meatballs. Tim's orzo was so good yesterday that I'm having it for lunch with the salmon. One of life's greatest pleasures, standing in your kitchen island in the quiet, having lunch. It's delicious, guys. Absolutely heavenly. I'm off to see my grandmother. I'm at my parents' house, gonna be taking my granny out for some groceries. I feel so bad because as I was leaving the driveway, my best friend parked up and she was here to visit me and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I have to leave. She's like, I just got here. As I was getting into the car, I was like, great catch up. And then she was like, I've been a bit of a bad girl lately. Why does that sound sexual? I haven't been able to spend time with my granny as much as I wanted to in Hong Kong, so now that she's back, we can chill. She got a perm from Hong Kong. Been in the house for less than 1 minute and I already got 2 mangoes. Oh. Had to make her change her coat because that's not warm enough. My times have changed. My granny has food coma. She's so stuffed. This is her satisfied face. Trying to find my grandmother. I can hear her go, "Hi," like from a distance, but I don't see her. She had to go off to use a toilet. Where is she? Ah! Next stop, Marks and Spencer's. When we were grabbing the iceberg lettuce, my granny wanted the ones from the top shelf because it's the most fresh, but we couldn't reach. So she went off to look for someone to help. She managed to fetch someone over, like from really far away. You can actually see the man saying, I don't work here, but she still managed to convince him like to follow her. Ready to go home from my granny's. You know melon seeds? I like to sort of take like a little small handful and just bite it sometimes. Chinese New Year, that's what people eat. And yeah, I asked my granny to bring me back some. And by some, I mean maybe just like a small packet. Grannies are awesome. Forever making sure you are never hungry. For that would be their biggest nightmare. When we were in Marks and Spencer's, it was time for the next person to go to the till. The lady at the front, she was kind of daydreaming and Granny was like, accuse me! She totally shocked the lady. She was like, oh! Imagine walking over to till and you're looking at the little granny and all you see is her doing this. You don't even need to know she's saying to know Asian granny is pissed. What's really nice actually is when we were shopping, my granny had to go use the bathroom. I waited for ages and I started to get worried, like what if she's got a sore tummy? And then turns out like she bumped into a granny friend. Obviously because she doesn't know how to use her phone, the only thing she could do is call out for me and go, Yan! And I would just have to trace her voice as I go through the aisles. But it reminded me that was how it used to be for me when I was little and how I used to get lost in supermarkets and I'll go, Papa! And my granny would come look for me. And now that I'm older, it's the opposite, you know? Spend time with your parents and grandparents. At a blink of an eye, time just flies. I always pick these up from M&S because it means when we have people coming over, we can give it to them. But in this case, this is handy for my car ride home. The blackbird and that's lovely. That's for Mummy to sleep because Mummy likes the dark. I'm trying to put the sleeping mask on the camera. Covering the screen won't work, Isaac. You have to cover this one. You try. Oh, it's all dark. Excellent. One of the perks about having a pet is stroking their heads
London bus.
and saying excellent.
London bus, mommy.
It's a London bus.
Double deck bus, a London bus.
It's a double-decker London bus. Are you gonna be a bus driver when you grow up?
No, I want to be the train driver when I grow up.
Ooh, are you gonna take mommy to lots of places?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, I went off on a little bit of a rant on Twitter, and I think what started it actually was when I watched my friend KL's video, because she also talked about the double standards when it comes to parenting. And I think after watching the video and then experiencing again and reminding me of all the other times it happened, yeah, it just made me question why. Basically, not long ago, I was in the kitchen prepping dinner. Isaac runs from the hallway into the kitchen, and a family member that I love, this person looked at Isaac and said, my, how could your mom let you walk around like this? Go to your mom and get her to change your jumper. My point is, I don't have an issue changing Isaac's jumper. My issue is, it reminded me of all the other times, different but very similar incidents, despite my husband and I being equal distance from Isaac. Somehow I'm always the one that's chosen, and I don't take offense to it. Came to the conclusion that this person had either one in mind. One, that it's only my fault or should only be my responsibility. Two, that the father is not capable. This is where I think it's a problem. For example, again, you could see a father changing his child's diaper in public and people will look at him and praise him for being a star dad, but when a mom does it, no big deal, just normal. It's what's expected anyway. When you see a father alone taking care of the kids for the weekend, he gets praised, but when a mom does it, again, that's what she's expected to do. If a dad works full-time, then good for him for being able to make a living for his family. But when it's reversed, then she's judged. She's a bit selfish actually for leaving her kids. As Ali Wong says, it takes so little to be a great dad, but at the same time so little to be a crappy mom. And I don't understand why. I feel like this is the reason that us moms, we have so much mom guilt. It takes two adults to bring a child into the world. When are we going to realize that it means that these two people should be equally responsible? But with that being said, of course we know that it's not the case. I don't know if I ever talked about this. I don't think I ever brought it up. But it wasn't even that long ago, maybe 4 months ago, I went out as a family to one of our favorite dim sum places, and this lady comes along, and I don't know this lady, but from what I know, she knows our parents. So just to be polite, of course, we talked to her, and I noticed when she was talking, she was almost kind of like, oh, do you look after the baby yourself? And that was fine, for the most part, she was nice, but it's when she said, oh, 殘咗好多, which in English translates to, I guess it means you look haggard now. And she looked at me up and down, almost sort of like a pity look, and she goes, mama減肥, which translates to, in your own time, lose the weight. I think in the moment I was so shocked, but I just kind of had to smile at her because she was an elder. I thought back to that day, my husband didn't shave. He didn't do his hair, and yet no one has ever told him that he needed to scrub up. On the other hand, it's not enough that I take care of my kids full time. It's not enough that I'm the breadwinner of the family, but apparently I have to be fat, cellulite, and wrinkle free. No, there's lots of women out there who get shamed for not being able to breastfeed. And my policy is, you know what, fed is best. I was formula fed. I turned out fine. But it's filled with nutrients. It's got the DHA. It's absolutely fine. Moms get mom guilt from being a staying-at-home mom. But at the same time, moms also get mom guilt for making a living. We deal with so much mom guilt already because we put pressure on ourselves because it's our own child. So of course they're going to have the highest expectations for them. And since we give ourselves so much pressure, we don't need to give ourselves even more from what society thinks, from society's supposed to be. Because all these supposed to be's are just wearing women down around the world. I might as well put this out there, but when a father is taking care of his kids, he's not babysitting. It's called parenting. It's not called babysitting if it's your own kid. Society can kiss my Chinese ass.